Hey there, and welcome back. So let's talk about something we've all done, falling into a cat video rabbit hole. Why? Why is it so hard to stop watching? It's not just because they're cute, right? Well, it turns out there's some serious science going on here. We're talking brain chemistry, evolution, and even a little bit of neural magic. Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You just meant to watch one. A quick break from work, right? A little clip of a cat batting at something, and then, poof, an hour is just gone. You're lost, scrolling endlessly through this vortex of cats. But here's the thing. What if I told you it's not a failure of willpower? What if it's not your fault at all? Yeah, that's the real question we're digging into today. What is this secret power that cats on a screen hold over our sophisticated brains? I mean, it goes beyond just a casual laugh. For a lot of us, it feels like a genuine pull, a compulsion. Well, the answer all starts with a very specific and very powerful biological trigger. Okay, so first stop, we have to understand that initial irresistible pull. Think of it like a visual hack. And our brains, they're completely wired to fall for it every single time. It all comes down to a scientific concept known as the baby schema. So what is the baby schema? Well, it's basically an evolutionary shortcut. It's like a pre-installed program in our brains that just screams, protect the baby. So when we see a certain combination of features, the big eyes, the round head, the tiny little nose, our brain just floods with these warm, affectionate, and protective feelings. It's a survival mechanism, right? To make sure we take care of our own young. And this is precisely why cats are the ultimate masters of the baby schema. I mean, just look at the comparison. The large, forward-facing eyes? Check. The small nose? Check. That round face shape? Double check. It's a perfect match for what our brain is hardwired to identify as baby. They've essentially hacked our parental instincts, triggering this deep, automatic response that we just can't help. Okay, so our brain sees baby, but it doesn't just stop there. That initial visual trigger sets off this incredibly powerful chemical reaction. Seeing that cute face isn't just a fleeting thought. No, it's a full-blown chemical event happening inside your head, releasing a potent and, pretty addictive cocktail of chemicals. And this cocktail has two main ingredients, two real heavy hitters. First up is dopamine. That's your reward and motivation chemical. It's a little voice in your brain that goes, hey, that felt good. Let's do that again. Then you get a hit of oxytocin, which you've probably heard called the cuddle hormone. It's all about social bonding, trust, and that warm, connected feeling. So when you put these chemicals together, you get this classic biological habit loop. The trigger, that little thumbnail of a cute cat. The action, your brain releases that dopamine and oxytocin cocktail. And the reward, bam, that immediate rush of pleasure and warmth. And just like any good reward system, your brain immediately says, more please, and that's what compels you to scroll to the next video, and the one after that. So, when you really think about it, this quote makes perfect sense. Watching cat videos is basically a legal, biochemical drug for your brain. Seriously, you're self-administering a little dose of feel-good chemistry anytime you want. But hold on, the story gets even deeper. I mean, the cute trigger and the chemical reward, that explains why we click. But it doesn't fully explain why watching a cat simply resting can make us feel so incredibly calm. For that, we need to dive into your brain's incredible empathy engine. And this is where we meet the stars of the show, mirror neurons. These things are just fascinating. They're the reason you might physically flinch when you see someone else get hurt, or why your own mouth waters when you watch someone eat something delicious. These tiny cells are the very foundation of empathy. This all leads us to what neuroscientists call simulation theory, and the big idea here is simple. Your brain doesn't just see things, it feels them. To understand an action, it actually simulates the experience internally. Think of it like a built-in virtual reality program. To make this super clear, let's run through a few analogies. Okay, analogy number 1, the flight simulator. Imagine your brain is the simulator machine itself. The video of that cat, all curled up and peaceful, that's the flight plan you've just loaded. As you watch, your mind practices the feeling of deep relaxation, creating that sensation in your own body without you having to move a muscle. Or how about this one? Analogy number 2, emotional Wi-Fi. Think of the cat's completely calm state as a signal being broadcast out into the world. Your mirror neurons, they're acting like a Wi-Fi receiver, picking up on that signal and just downloading that feeling of peace directly into your own system. Pretty cool, right? And for our last one, analogy number 3, the internal actor. Imagine your brain is a really dedicated method actor. To truly understand what that relaxed cat is feeling, it has to get into character. So it internally acts out that state of total relaxation, letting you experience the emotion firsthand, as if it were your own. So, to wrap this part up, your mirror neurons are doing 2 really crucial jobs here. First, they simulate the physical state. You watch a cat do that big, luxurious stretch, and your brain internally mimics that action, which can trigger genuine feelings of relaxation in your own body. Second, they trigger empathy. By simulating the cat's contentment, you build a real sense of connection and care, which feeds right back into that feel-good oxytocin loop we talked about earlier. So let's recap. We have the cute trigger, the chemical reward, and this deep neural simulation of peace. When you put all of these pieces together, it leads to a rather surprising conclusion about what you're really doing when you're supposedly wasting time watching these videos. And here's the big reveal. It's not just mindless procrastination, it's accidental self-care. That simulation of relaxation, it actually helps to physically lower your levels of stress hormones, like cortisol. And on the mental side, studies have shown these clips can temporarily boost positive emotions and even improve your focus afterward. It's like a quick neurotherapy session to reset a stressed-out brain. Which leaves us with one final thought to chew on. The next time you find yourself deep in a cat video spiral, maybe you're not just slacking off. Maybe you're engaging in a highly efficient, biologically driven mental health break. So is it procrastination or is it a strange new form of productivity? I'll let you think about that one.